So next, let's queer up social justice. Will Project 2025 be the beginning of the end of LGBTQ plus America as we know it? Here's yet another reason why there's so much fear in the election of Donald Trump. Project 2025. According to reports by Accountable US, the project is a radical agenda aimed at transforming the nation into an authoritarian regime, directly targeting LGBTQ plus rights, along with a host of other policies aimed at people of color, women's rights, and more. The brainchild of religious-inspired Heritage Foundation, Project 2025 proposes sweeping changes, including the dismissal of up to 50,000 federal employees deemed disloyal to the president, so they can be replaced with loyalists. It advocates for severe restrictions on access to contraception, potentially imposing a national ban on abortion, and slashing federal health care programs. These measures are designed to consolidate power and enforce ideological conformity. The 920-page manifesto was ominous when they outlined their mission statement on page 1. They said, quote, "It's not enough for conservatives to win elections. If we're going to rescue the country from the grip of the radical left, we need both a governing agenda and the right people in place, ready to carry this agenda out on day one of the next conservative administration. This is the goal of the 2025 Presidential Transition Project. The project will build on 4 pillars that will collectively pave the way for an effective conservative administration," end quote. Of grave concern to the LGBTQ plus community, Project 2025 calls for the reversal of protections established by the landmark 2020 Supreme Court decision in Bostock versus Clayton County, which recognized workplace discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity as illegal under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act. Project 2025 also advocates for barring transgender individuals from military service and aims to combat what it terms the normalization of transgenderism within government and society. It demands the defense of First Amendment rights for those who discriminate against LGBTQ plus individuals, especially on the basis of religion. On the international front, Project 2025 proposes dismantling U.S. Agency for International Development programs promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion by branding them as part of a, quote, bullying LGBTQ plus agenda, end quote. The Project 2025 has been criticized as being a blueprint of white male evangelicals and their goal to return America to some fictional time. This plan is full of similar goals against Black, Latino, and immigrants, women's choice and leadership, and much, much more. As the political landscape evolves, Project 2025 stands as a stark reminder of the potential ramifications of a conservative presidency. The plan ends saying they will be ready on January 20th, 2025, Inauguration Day. The LGBTQ plus community should take the threat seriously. This is not the Republican Party. They are trying to throw our government away and build a fake theocratic government. Our government, our First Amendment specifically says Congress shall respect no establishment of religion. We are not a government based in God. The phrase "in God we trust" was not added until 50s. Our national motto that I live by is "E pluribus unum," from many, there's one. They are trying to overthrow us and turn us into another China or another North Korea, where you worship a demagogue and no one has personal rights. And that's not what the Republican Party stands for, or at least used to.
Well, you know, if you go to their website, these words are on the website. Look it up, Project 2025. Proudly there. It's a manifesto. Every single word is to undo where we have gotten to. And it is really something I'm personally, on my private hat, putting on and sharing as much as possible because people are not aware of it. But it is scary. It is a manifesto. It's designed to undo every single stride that we've made.
I mean, the real question is, how do we save the country from the grip of the radical right? Their brazen disdain for women, LGBTQ plus, any others that they consider consider too far left for their unapologetically Christian nationalist rhetoric. It's the kind of thing that causes me to lose sleep, and it should keep all of us awake at night working on ways to prevent it from happening.
I find it very interesting. This is something that just didn't appear, right?
No.
This is something they've been working on, right?
Years in the making.
Years in the making, which means all along they've been like, hey, look over here, while they've been working on this.
Listen, I said it when Bannon left the White House, he's not just going away. He's out there doing the work underground. And now it's not underground. Somebody tells you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
They're showing you proudly.
And I have family in Maine who are Republicans, but it's funny because Yankee Republicans follow the more traditional personal freedoms, personal rights. The Republican Party, even if you look at Olympia Snowe, Suzanne Collins, the senators who have come from Maine, very socially liberal. They believe in fiscal conservatism, but they're not these theocrats. It's like somebody took The Handmaid's Tale, instead of seeing it as a cautionary tale, took it as a guidebook.
Exactly.
Fiction. It's fiction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.